Ready to rock and roll,
Oh
bro?
yeah, man, America, fuck yeah.
Let's fucking get this shit on the fucking road. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Nick Haeling podcast. I am Nick Haeling. Today we have my man Eric in the house. How you doing, Eric?
I'm doing all right, buddy. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on the show, man. So we basically are calling this the improv cast because we don't really know what the fuck we're going to talk about. We don't know what the fuck we're going to do. All we know is that we got a couple beers, we got a bong, and we're going to have a good time.
Sounds about right.
You ready to go?
Let's do this.
All right, let's get it off and going. So what were we just talking about just before the show started?
Wyclef Jean. I don't
Oh
know.
my God, Wyclef.
Fell in love with a stripper.
You know what? Is there anything wrong with falling in love with a stripper? Like, let's just be honest for a second.
Oh, it's a very temporary.
It's a fine line. It's definitely a fine line. Was there anything wrong with falling in love with a stripper? Like, let's just be honest for a second.
Oh, it's a very temporary.
It's a fine line. It's definitely a fine line. We'll go with that.
Very messy kind of love.
Is there any other kind of love that you would want except messy love?
Just less temporary.
Less temporary, messy love.
Yeah. More permanent.
All the sauce, none the boss is basically what you're saying.
Like if there was a boss of the sauce, I would be that.
You would be the sauce boss?
I would be boss of the sauce.
Well, I like that. Fuck you. Fuck what you believe in, but I like that. All right, guys, we're going to have a fucking great show for you tonight. We're going to talk about literally nothing. So if you're sitting at home on a Friday night and you're not doing anything,
hang out with us. Here we are.
You came to the right place.
Yeah.
All right, man. So fucking welcome to the cave. As you can see,
I'm digging it. We got a lot of really interesting features in here. We've got wakeboards, Paps wakeboards. We've got, every banner you could think, NFL all around me.
And for those who listen on the reg, as you can see right there, new swag. Corona bottle. Thank you to the Stater Brothers and Escondido. Right there. Stater Brothers on Broadway. Mission. Good place. Also, before we get any further,
a little shout out.
I'd like to give a couple shout outs right now. First shout out's going to be to my buddy Freebands Mark in Zombie Life.
Zombie Life up in the house.
Zombie Life in the house. They're a new up and coming company that you guys should all check out. And the other company is simplelegends.com. www.simplelegends.com. It is a freestyle website. They have beats on their website that have been bought and made by a man by the name of CypherDocs. And you can go on their website, press record, and they have the technology that you can record a freestyle and you can share it to the world just by going to www.simplelegends.com.
Simplicity is legendary.
And that's what we're trying to do, man. And I've been with that company since the day it started, actually. When I was literally the thought tank when I heard about it there. And the people who ran the company didn't know if it was something that they wanted to do.
Yeah.
They actually shut down the website a couple weeks ago thinking it was a bust. And they got flooded.
You got to take risks
with emails saying why did the website go away? And it's obviously the traffic may not be there, but the popularity is there. So that's something that we're gonna want to see where it goes from. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
Fuck, man.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
You after the podcast, I'll show it to you, and we'll drop a couple of rhymes on it. And the cool thing about it is I don't know if I said this, is you can share all your rhymes anonymously.
Oh, that's even better, man.
Yeah. So you don't have
no affiliation, man.
If you're like a CEO of a company and you love freestyling and
no affiliation, baby.
And it's against company policy to speak your mind, share it anonymously. www.simplelegends.com. But once again, also shout out to the Zombie Life. Now, man, so what the fuck do you want to talk about?
The ZLs.
The zombie. You want to talk about, dude? Speaking of zombies, fucking, could you ever imagine if fucking just zombies showed up and they were just like here?
Bro. Absolutely. I could imagine it in so many different ways. I mean, a good friend of mine goes by the name of Lowdown Andy Lewis. He plays blues locally here in North County, San Diego, plays in Vista a lot, Oceanside. But we've always kind of fucked around with the idea of like a which we started with a punk rock kind of hip hop image when we first, introduced each other to music. Really, like the things we were leaning on, the things we really coped with, and the things that helped us become the individuals that we had become at the time through high school. We're kind of hip hop and punk rock and shit like that. And so we had an idea of a song. It'd be called Zombie Longboard. And it'd just throw out all of the different surf spots all the way up the bro on your zombie longboard, because you ain't gonna stop. You're gonna keep going. But yeah, I mean, the premise of zombies is not gonna go away, dude. I mean, let's face it, like people love zombies. People feel like zombies. People go to work. People raise their children. People go to school. People go to church. Everyone feels like a fucking zombie, man.
So are zombies already here, is what you're saying?
We are these.
We're all the zombies.
Yeah, bro.
We're fucked.
Yeah, dude.
It's too late. It's already late, man. Just
consume the flesh.
Go buy a cabin in the middle of nowhere and just call it a day.
It's done, dude.
It's already happening.
It's done.
Well, it's like that drug in what's it called? Flakka or
Flakka? Yeah, bro.
Have
the crocodile, dude. You'd be falling apart. You smoke that shit and you start breakdancing and shit, I hear.
Why am I not surprised that it happens in Florida every single time though? Like, it's always like Florida man tries to eat person's face on Flakka. You're like, oh,
it's gotta be the humidity.
I'm not too surprised about it being a Florida person, but like,
it's gotta be the humidity, man.
Man.
Not only that, but I mean, Florida is a peninsula of nothing but like an ancient coral reef, from what I understand. Like for the most part, like the basic, you break down the components of what the hell Florida is. It came out of the ocean for the most part. There's a lot of
Wait. Are you saying that Florida, the state, is just a giant coral reef that came out of the water?
Kinda.
I don't know if that could be true at all.
Have you ever seen anything about the Coral Castle?
I can't.
A Lithuanian individual came here with some money, and he claimed to have the sacred knowledge of the pyramids, and he could reverse the polarities of stone that only limestone, like the pyramids are built of limestone, but the basic composition of limestone is the same of like the type of coral reef, the ancient coral reef he was using. It just wasn't broken down quite the same way. And I guess they say that he was able to reverse the polarities of these stones, and a single man could lift 20,000 pound stone and set it in place.
Oh, bullshit. That sounds like some bullshit alchemy fucking I can turn my poop into gold fucking bullshit.
You never know, man. You never know. I'm just saying. It exists. And
that's weird that you bring that up though, because like you're obviously talking about the pyramids, so the idea that a person could live like a 2-ton stone by themselves but I mean, is alchemy real? No one's ever been able to make gold.
I mean, look at it
just sounds like you're talking about
wannabe gangsters. We got wannabe alchemists, like Yellow Wolf's out there with this alchemist album. He's got like this little kid.
Yeah, you can call your album The Alchemist though, but that doesn't mean that you're fucking turning
that's a good
fucking
book too.
Rocks into fucking gold.
Oh hell no.
Like,
even if the basic composition of the lead is so close to gold, I mean, how are you gonna get it there, right?
You're gonna put it in your fucking dick and shit it out. That's how you're gonna do it. Every single fucking time. You just put lead in your dick and you shit it out and gold comes out. That
would be ideal. The principle. I mean,
I've been here for 78 years and all I've done is stick lead up my dick and gold came out. It was incredible. But
we stood on the same stone. You could see our footprints embedded in the stone. We stood so long.
No, man. I saw a thing about those pyramids though, how they like used logs pretty much. And that's like the most realistic thing that I've ever read was they used logs and they would just roll the fucking stones on logs the whole way. But then the question goes, well, how the fuck did they get that fucking stone 200 feet high? And that's where I'm like, it's fucking aliens, man. All right, you know what? Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, if you're really like, I'm trying to give you.
I'm like, where's this forest? Where did the logs come from? How it's in the middle of the desert? I started asking too many.
That's questions. What fucks with me. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's not a fucking that's in the desert. You're in the desert. Who sits there and goes, you know what? You know what would look good right here? A big fucking triangle. Right here.
The river's running north. It just doesn't, none of it makes sense, man.
Fucking aliens, man. That's how it is, dude. But fuck, man. You know, you never know until you fucking
aliens. I mean,
you got to be a shallow-minded person to think that aliens don't exist.
I mean, like they actually say that Eisenhower met with them. There was a scare where he may have died from a toothache thing, and he relocated to an area in the Mojave Desert, the Edwards Air Force Base, and he sat down with tall white, benevolent beings. The tall whites, they resemble Norwegian bloodlines supposedly, but I mean, like, realistically, like, even if we could be approached by a spiritual being or a being beyond our understanding, I mean, it could be a plume of gas. You could breathe it in and think some weird shit, and that was it.
Fought.
Yeah.
I like this name, Fought.
Right? Yeah, we're releasing.
Shout out to the Rick and Morty fans out there.
You just ripping farts on your wife or whatever.
But you can go even farther back though. When you talk about the tall whites, when you talk about the tall whites, that goes back to like Sumatran. Like, oh yeah, man. This goes back before Egypt. Yeah. Like, we're like civilizations that were way more advanced than they should have ever been. Have you ever heard about the computer that's like 8,000 years old, but it's a fucking computer that the Sumatrans made? No. And it's like a fucking stone computer. And basically, like, they could like do like computations on it and stuff to like get results. But that entire race, it's like the Mayans. Same thing like the Mayans. One day they're there, next day, fucking gone.
Right.
And nobody can say why. Yep. Nobody says how. Nobody wants to know why. Nobody wants to know how. That's the problem. They'd rather think of shit of why or how, when it's like plain fucking simple. How could a fucking civilization of over 50,000 people just up and go deuces?
It must be more satisfying to imagine like death than, some great spiritual.
Well, the problem is that, and this is just my opinion, space, when people think about space, they think about infinity, and people cannot grasp infinity. You know what I mean? Because space is infinitely big. Therefore, by that logic, anything is infinitely possible.
Right.
People don't want to think about that kind of shit. People don't want to think that, literally, did you know that there are more stars and planets in our universe than there are grains of sand on the planet Earth?
Well, once you break it down like that, shit really starts to fucking get confusing.
How insignificant are you?
Yeah.
What is 70 years compared to that? Yeah. It's nothing. Yeah. It's a fucking microcosm.
Yet we don't know what lies beneath our ocean, right?
And the other thing I like is the Men in Black thing. We're just a fucking tiny little bell on some giant cat walking around in a bigger New York City.
Absolutely. And you got the flat earthers, you got the hollow earthers, there's concepts of our vision supposedly is reversed and upside down or some shit, right? So basically there's this whole concept that people are even afraid to touch because it's so bizarre that
I'm gonna sound like a fucking crazy person right now, but the flat earthers do have some
points to be made.
The one point that I think that they make that's more important than any other point is that there is not a single real photo of the planet Earth.
They're all photoshopped.
They all are. And Neil deGrasse Tyson, the world famous astrophysicist, even said the world is not round.
More of a pear shape.
It's pear shaped. Exactly. But have you ever seen a photo from NASA of a pear-shaped Earth? No. They're always a perfect circle.
Hey, man, if our vision is reversing upside down, I'd say we're clinging onto the walls and we're looking inside, not out, my friend.
Say that again?
If the world we view is really reversing upside down the way our eyes flip it, then this is more like, the concept of halo. It's a halo, a ring, and the inner ring facing inward is the living space rather than the outer side. Yeah. So basically, like, if it's reversing upside down, then out is through the crust into the molten, I mean, they teach us it's molten and whatnot, but who's to say, right? If things are truly different than we've been taught. I mean,
see, that's the thing is, like, before we decided the earth was round, it was the general consensus that the earth was flat.
absolutely. And I mean, till this, what is it, the 17th century? I think all China believed it was flat.
I think you're right. 17th century, yeah. Now, all of our dates, stats, facts, everything, ladies and gentlemen, are probably completely wrong, but there are going to be a couple that are completely right.
Yeah, I mean, you could Google it. You can hit us back. You can make your points. You
leave a
can
comment
right.
if we're wrong. Please leave a comment so
Yeah.
we know, and then we will correct ourselves because we're not here for a long time. We're here for a fun time.
Yeah, they call me Long Dong Wrong Dong John.
Oh, Long Dong Dong.
Long Dong.
Hey Howard, I think I found your Chinaman.
Dude, what's crazy? I went to I had the best meal of my life. I didn't know what the hell. My grandma ordered some crazy dish called the cream of some young guy, and it was tits, man.
I don't think it was tits.
What do you think it was?
Might have been some dick.
The cream of some young. You're right.
Oh my god. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen.
That is a fucked up joke. Huh? Grandma's been pulling a sick one on me for years, dude. That's what's wrong with me. Goddamn parents.
Did you like it?
I love it. Ooh, we got dogs.
Hey, can you not? We're in the middle of a podcast.
No.
We're done here. People outside are yelling. It's too hot in the studio to keep the garage door closed.
We
have a pit bull in the podcast.
We got an American Bull Mastiff coming in here hot. We have no clipped ears and no clipped tails, folks.
And he's got his balls.
He's still got them.
Goddamn big old
he's packing
balls,
heat,
ladies and gentlemen. Hey, you want to lay down and be part of the
Get
podcast?
him while they're hot. Yeah, he's chilling. He just actually wants to be a part of this.
Welcome
right
to
here.
the show, Connor. Ladies and
That's
gentlemen,
cool.
the next co-host.
I appreciate that, bro. Like,
he's
he's showing me like that he loves me,
Dude, it's all about love.
He's just chilling.
He just wants to make sure that we don't get murdered, and he gets to be the first to murder.
Yeah, he's straight up. He's sitting here like, hey, buddy, this is your first podcast. I'm just going to be up here to surveil and make sure everything's all right.
I'm pretty sure Kona, and I'm not making this number up, has been in like 60% of my podcasts. Awesome. He just hops over and he's like, what's up, guys? But you know what? Those dog lovers and the cat lovers, they're like, that gets a couple extra views because Kona comes on. They're like, oh, look at the puppy. He's so cute.
Yeah, buddy.
I'll take any fucking view I can get.
Click, like, share.
Like, subscribe, tell your friends. No, dude, but fuck, man. Like, I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's probably aliens.
We definitely have something going on beyond our understanding, and the most logical explanation is that there is a higher intelligence, for sure. Absolutely.
Do you think we live in a matrix?
I've talked about that with some friends about a holographic universe, and in a way, just the basic principle of the law of attraction, and some of the principles the United States of America was founded on is just that. I mean, manifest destiny, things like that. So but
manifest destiny is a man-made idea.
No, I'm just saying, if it really is just that, it would make sense you could do so. It would make sense you could tap into that source and alter or change the direction,
Do you think if we did live in a matrix, would you say it sounds like it's a yes and no question, because the matrix could be anything. It could just be brainwashing. If you were aware, do you think you could get out?
No, absolutely not. You'd be so confined by the reality you face, and that it's in itself is the matrix. It's the prison that we all.
So couldn't you say that a person's mind could be their own matrix?
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Look at our country. Look at our fucking country, man. They say there's a problem with guns. They say there's a problem with this, the problem with sexuality, whatever. People are just fucking crazy, man. It's not the guns.
Here's
it's
my
not
problem.
The sexuality.
No, it's
People are
the
nuts.
exposure to it now. Because here's the thing: when people say like we have a school, this is the school shooting epidemic, generation. That's false. That is a 100% lie. In the 90s, there were substantially more school shootings, or you could either school shootings and what count as mass deaths, which is I believe 6 or more people.
Yes.
In the 90s, you were twice as likely. I think it was 2 times as likely. So 100% more likely to get murdered in school. Actually, since the first mass shooting has happened in a school, the 2010s you are the least likely to get shot in a school.
And then they wonder why some of the most, they may seem to be the most
and for people who are listening who think I'm bullshitting, this was an article from NPR that you can look up, and if you think NPR is biased in any way, then you're a sheep.
Well, the kids that are rebellious, and they get kicked out of school and they have such a hard time, coping with that reality, it only goes to show that what they're really doing is they're fleeing a situation they don't even want to be in, man. There's so many kids.
It's bottom up mentality. You're not going to get anywhere when bullies are still. Not even bullies. You have to have a tough skin. That's the problem. This whole PC culture we live in now is just, if you don't have a tough skin and you can't brush something off, like, how are you ever going to get through life?
Yeah.
Snap. You're going to fucking snap. You're going to lose your shit and you're going to just evolve. Have you ever seen like a person seen like a person actually like snap?
Yeah.
And like they're gone.
They lose all hope.
And they're just gone. Like, you've seen that moment where they're just
and the fuse is lit and they're about to explode.
Over. It's all over.
Yeah.
It's the same like when you see somebody drinking.
Absolutely.
And they take that one drink and all of a sudden they go gerbalize.
Gone.
And that there's not a goddamn thing in the world you can do to help them.
It's probably a bad idea. Well,
you know what? But you shouldn't have taken that last drink, just like you probably shouldn't have put yourself in the situations that make you to the point of where you are. If you feel offended, if you feel hurt, fucking walk away. Don't go tell somebody. Don't go vent. Fucking push that shit down like a fucking regular human being and walk away and go find people who want to talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Don't ostracize the other people because they have their own opinion.
Absolutely. Let everyone be heard, right?
Exactly. That's why we live in America. We have the freedom of speech. I could say, and I'm not saying this and I don't mean it by any means, I don't like gay people. I love gay people, but I can say that. I can say I don't like gay people.
And I can vouch for you.
And I could walk, I've seen that dick. But I'm saying, you can say that. And you can find a group of people in this country who agree with you.
Absolutely.
But there are also going to be a lot of people who disagree with you. And so you're going to have to be aware of the
nitpickers, man.
Or just the other side. It's two sides of a coin. Every conversation, especially in the United States, has 2 sides to every coin. You can debate anything.
Angels and devils, baby.
Yep.
Angels and devils.
Which is awesome because we live in a place where you can actually say that. There are places in the world where you get arrested for saying what you think. Like, we're the only country, like one of the only major country that has free speech. There's no free speech in Canada. There's no free speech in England. There's no free speech in Germany.
Like a
And I'm not saying all free speech is good. I'm not saying
people try, people do, but
because if you say you hate black people and you think that all black people should die, that's a horrible fucking thing to say. It's horrible. You should never say something like that. But, and I hate that I'm saying this, we live in America. You have the right to say it.
Absolutely. Man.
Even though you're a fucking idiot and you should probably get the shit kicked out of you.
You have the right,
but you still have the right to be a fucking idiot.
You also have the right to take the consequences.
That's what I like to say to sometimes is, you know what? You live in America, and because of the way we live, you have the right to be a fucking idiot if you want to be a fucking idiot. I think that's where they came
up with the term, don't write checks that your ass can't cash. Because we're allowed to say and do.
I have a debit card.
for the most part, whatever we'd like. But you're in the reality, it's, your every action, it's going to affect someone else, man.
Well, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That's physics. That's just fucking, that's Newton's, what's that? This like third law or whatever. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
A butterfly flaps its wings in a tsunami.
And I shit my pants.
Yeah, and a tsunami takes
no,
Japan.
fuck that. Butterfly flaps its wing.
There's a lot of butterflies. I hope there's not that many tsunamis.
I'm like,
but
you
yeah.
goddamn butterflies. I'm sitting here with a dirty diaper because of fucking butterflies. Sons of bitches. Looks like we got some really good views going tonight. Big old fucking 0 on the YouTube.
Yeah, we want to just say, like, thank you guys for joining us. I don't know what the hell you're up to. This is what we're doing. This is
if you
like
are
basic. We were doing this before.
You guys are going to see a really quick close up of my face because I'm going to switch over to the different tab and see if anybody's listening on the other side. Hey guys, this is my motherfucking face.
There it is.
We've got 2. We have 2 people.
Thank you for joining us, guys. All 2 of you.
Yep. You are.
I hope you got a whole full of folks watching with you.
What do you? We've got a question. I didn't even realize. Nick.
Oh, we got questions.
Says Nick, what do you think about voice activation systems for technology and advancements in the areas with international orders? Voice activation systems for technology and advancements. Oh, I see what you're doing. But guess what? I actually know something about voice fucking. What was it? Activation technology? Now I don't even know what we're talking about.
Okay, so Alexa.
Fuck you anyway.
Yeah, let's buy 2 Alexas and set them in front of the camera and let them talk to each other. That's a bunch of bullshit. I mean, everything we're doing and saying is recorded. You could be on a list because you say a certain word a particular amount of times, and all of a sudden you're a problem because they need to make sure you're not talking about shit that they know about.
You know, the thing is we got to stop calling it Alexa and call it what it really is. Hey, wiretap. Play me Nickelback.
Right.
Fucking go fuck. Hey, wiretap. Go fucking kill yourself.
The go-to for wiretap is Nickelback.
Oh yeah, I'm
for
sure. I bet you can find a Nickelback
when
song
they put you on
wiretap.
hold when you call the customer service. It's Nickelback.
This is how you remind me of what I really am.
Some kind of we're getting stoned, some kind of thing. Yeah, we're gonna fucking get stoned. Some shit.
Sorry. The fact that I know the fucking words of that song make me want to fucking kill myself.
I know. It's like, dude, who wants to fuck and have rocks thrown at them?
Have you ever seen the Facebook page that the whole idea is it's just a pickle and it's called Pickleback?
Pickleback.
And it's just a picture of one pickle. That's the entire group. And it says, can this pickle get more likes than Nickelback? I think to this date, Nickelback has about 1 million, or I think it's 900,000 likes like on Facebook. Pickleback has over 8 million.
That's hilarious. I'm not sure what the premise is of the hate, but
God,
I mean
it's because they're Canadian. It's because they're Canadian.
They write music that
it's every song. You can play every song over every song and they would play. That's the thing. It's the exact same.
I mean, but I did meet a friend of mine, Ryan. He goes by the name of DJ Shred up there in Tahoe, and
shout out to DJ Shred.
Yeah, shout out DJ Shred in the house. He actually he produced their platinum album, and the guy I freestyled for him, and he said, "I'll record you for free." I mean, he must have just helped them out. He knows what he's doing. Clearly, he does.
Just like a fucking handout, pretty much, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, like literally they just happened to run into the right guy to record that. I mean, it was the biggest hit.
I'll be in Lake Tahoe next weekend. DJ Shred, if you want to hear me rap, let's do this shit.
I think it was at was it Harvey's? We were playing poker. Or no. It was
I'm going to the
Tahoe Wabo. We're at Tahoe Wabo.
I'll be in Incline. I'll be up there in a lacrosse tournament next weekend, actually.
Nice.
I'm super stoked, actually.
You should actually do a podcast up there and get fucking Homeboy on it.
Ooh, that'd be dope. I should actually bring my equipment up there. That'd be a good idea.
You might be able to get
oh my god, do you guys want to see one?
You know, the pot dealer from Grandma's Boy.
Oh, Dante? You know, he's a friend of mine. Peter?
You should ask him to be on your podcast.
And we're not big enough. We're not big enough yet. I can't ask somebody that big to be on my podcast.
As a friend, he might even do it just because he's your friend, bro.
Yeah, but he lives in LA. It's a whole thing, man. I mean, I'd love to. The cool thing about him
It'll
is
be a lacrosse cast.
did I ever tell you how we actually became friends?
Lacrosse cast.
Oh yeah, but I mean, did I tell you how it actually like came down?
I didn't hear it.
So let's see. It was 3 years ago. I started the lacrosse program at Rancho Buena Vista High School.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they never had a lacrosse team before.
Wow.
So I started the program, but in San Diego, because there's so many lacrosse teams, you can't go CIF right off the bat. You have to be a club for 2 years. Gotcha. So you have to find a club league or find games, and you have to play at least like qualified 8 games a year to
Shanty villages can't play with the fucking noble cities.
Pretty much. It was kind of how it went down. But so we ended up joining what was called the Pacific Lacrosse League, which was basically all LA teams.
You good?
I'm good right now. All LA teams. And so half of our season consisted of driving to Los Angeles. So like
that's a lot of driving, bro, from Escondido
to LA.
You're not on the 5 exactly.
No, it's a whole lot of not 5. A whole lot of 405.
Yeah.
But so the season starts and we suck. We're just not good. But
or do you shoot up to the 91 cut?
It just depends on the fucking traffic.
Yeah.
It's LA's so unpredictable, man.
We got them damn Ortegas. If you're not familiar with Southern California, those Ortegas are a bitch, you know.
I just try to stay away from LA as much as possible. It's just, literally when I drive up to Northern California, I get on the 15 and go around LA. Like I go through like Chino Hills and shit. Like I'd rather drive through Chino Hills than drive through LA.
Crew called the Gambino.
Fucking
posted up in the hills of Chino.
But so we started the program, so we had to join this thing called the Pacific Lacrosse League. Now, rumblings through the team at the beginning of the year from the first couple of teams we played was, oh, the drug dealer from the movie Grandma's Boy is the head coach for West LA. And at that point, I'm the head coach. I'm the director of the entire program. I'm like, oh, whatever. I don't give a fuck who the fucking head coach is of the other team. All I want to do is fucking beat him. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. So, like, a couple weeks go by, turns out like he's not going to be there. He's got something to do. So I was like,
so you had the team take the fall so you could get him on the podcast.
Fuck no. That team was good. That was a good fucking look. So he ends up showing up and he's on the field. And he coaches like the exact same way I do. I fucking scream. I scream as loud as I can. But
deliver the message.
But in a very constructive way. Yeah. I don't scream any negativities or anything. Peter did the same thing. So, and after the game, we just ended up talking and stuff. So we had to play them a second time. Next season comes around. We play them 2 more times. We ended up becoming friends to the point where it's like, it was cool. But like, I would never ask him to like be on the show. Like until I start getting paid by YouTube to do this. Like it would
have a friend. I'm shameless. I'd ask him.
I wouldn't.
Apparently, one of my friends up in Fallbrook.
Too big. He's too big. Too big for the show. That's how I feel.
A few years back, she showed me this video footage she took on her phone of her and Dante drinking a beer, and then she's in contact with the guy. She knows him, and her parents own a smoke shop. The Smoke Chalet. A little shout out to the Smoke Chalet.
Smoke Chalet.
We'll take
you to the limit.
Ow! Yeah, take me to your dealer.
Well, I changed my voice a little bit so Sports Chalet cannot sue me. So fuck you.
And she shows me this video, and I'm like, "You're 19, and you're drinking a beer at the Homes." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna delete it because it's not good." It's just not good. But let's face it, man. We got celebrities are all over the place. I seen Goldberg the other day down and getting some pho.
Bill Goldberg?
Yeah.
The old wrestler?
Yeah.
What?
Dude, he walks into the damn Vietnamese restaurant like he's gonna strangle somebody and get in the ring. Unstoppable.
Yeah. Remember the fucking Sparks? Oh my God. He used to have sparks rain down on him.
Dude. That boy is lit.
The spear. One of the greatest he was part of the WCW. Don't ever forget that. First of all, don't ever forget he was WCW. He wasn't WWF. He was WCW.
People always go, what's Bonzilla about? Well, Goldberg lives in Bonzilla, so don't even worry about that, okay?
You can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Does he really live in Bonzilla?
He does, man.
I didn't know that.
For a very long time.
Huh.
Interesting.
He played for the Atlanta Falcons?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. I know some Falcons fans.
Yeah, he was a Falcon before he went into the WCW.
I did not know that.
The Rock played football at Miami, right?
Know that either.
Dude, The Rock.
Well, he should have. Look at these guys, right?
The Rock played football with like Ray Lewis, Willis McGahee, like Ed Reed. Like The Rock was on that team. He was like, I don't know if he started, but he was he got PT, but he was a defensive end for that team.
Yeah,
and he fucking crushed it. I mean,
awesome.
That team won back-to-back national championships. Like you can't never hate on that 02-03 Hurricanes team.
What an entity, right? This cat just took over anything he ever touched.
Dude, The Rock's gonna be the president.
The Rock is amazing.
He won't be. I honestly, with all due respect to all my liberal.
Are you a jabroni? Are you a jabroni?
What are you saying?
Remember
it
that?
Doesn't matter what you're saying,
dude.
Because when The Rock comes in here, The Rock's gonna do one thing and one thing only. The Rock's gonna look at you. He's gonna take that microphone. He's gonna turn that sumbitch sideways, and he's gonna stick it straight up your candy ass.
Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Like he's just like on it, man. Since day one. I mean, like
with The Rock's millions.
Oh man. Stone Cold is cooking on some stone, and it's cold because
that's the bottom
happened.
line.
Yeah,
because Stone Cold said so.
You could be Stone Cold, but when you're The Rock, you're like the planet.
I was such a big Stone Cold fan.
Me too.
And then The Rock came out, and The Rock was a heel. He was a heel for a very long time.
I had the Steve Olsen board, the Shorties board.
Did you really?
The Stoned Cold Steve Olsen.
I was a big Degeneration X fan though back in the day. DX where was that? With the old suck it and everything. Oh my god, man.
People don't even know what that means anymore.
The Attitude Era was the best time to watch wrestling. National
television, get the whole family in front of the television and get them all saying suck it. It's America, man.
First of all, Dustin, fuck the new Skyscraper movie. I haven't seen it. It's probably going to be good, though. Have you seen it?
I ain't heard of it, dude. I'll be real with
you. That new Rock movie with the fucking tall-ass motherfucking building and shit.
He'll make it. It'll be all right. Did you see Baywatch? Okay.
No, I didn't.
It's just like, you can only...
Did you see Moana? What?
You're welcome.
What can I say except... You're welcome. If my daughter's listening, she'd probably wake the fuck up right now.
And how about that crab? I'm shiny, and then the lights go out.
That crab? Did you used to watch? What was the show on HBO?
Let your freak flag fly, folks.
Oh crap! The two guys from New Zealand. The show on HBO. You know what I'm talking about?
HBO show.
Oh man, what was the name of that show?
Comedy. What was the premise?
No, there was two guys from New Zealand, and they made music, and they lived in New York. God, why? I know the show because the crab is one of the characters from the show.
Really?
Anybody listening right now knows what I'm talking about, like the show.
There's lots of lights going on.
That would really be like helping me right now. Because
what's that show, folks? Can we get something on
the one on HBO with the two guys from New Zealand, and one of the guys is in the show Moana. If you guys could leave some comments and let us know what it is, I will fucking love you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. No, man, but no, that's like, oh my god, it's just gonna drive me crazy until I fucking figure it out, and I don't even know where my phone is, so it's like I could Google it, but fuck, I don't even have Google. Shout out to Google though.
Yeah, and shout out to Google, and you know what? Shout out to iPhones for making Siri like the chick she is, because every time I ask her, she just goes, "I'm sorry, I'm having difficulty finding that." So, Siri, work on that.
Flight of the Conchords.
Flight of the
Flight of the
you're right,
Conchords.
Yeah. Got
Yes.
you.
Thank you, Dustin. God motherfucking
That is a good
bless
one.
you.
It is a good one.
Oh my God, I love you.
Doesn't it go? Aren't the same people in that or part of it in another series called the Curb Your Astonishment or something?
Curb Your Enthusiasm. You're talking about Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah.
No. That's
Different?
that's what's his name? The creator of Seinfeld is the main guy from Curb Your
Really?
Enthusiasm. Larry David.
Well, that didn't go over too well compared to fucking Seinfeld.
You serious? Curb Your Enthusiasm is like one of the top 5 most popular shows in the history of HBO.
Really?
Yeah. Every famous person wants to be on.
It beat Debbie Does Dallas and all that stuff.
First of all, you're talking about pay-per-view.
Oh,
I'm talking about HBO.
I'm sorry.
The home box
HBO,
office.
I was just, I only watched that late at night as a child.
But wait, Kona, why are you growling? For what? Why? Oh, light your ear on fire. I'm just kidding. That's horrible.
Yeah, Kona's like, there's silence. This is a podcast, guys.
Yeah, there's dead space. We can't have dead air. I just want to smoke this bowl. Just sing You're Welcome for a second.
Oh, I will. Watch this. Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna hit you with something right here. Here we go. Angels and devils are one and the same.
All right, we're done with that.
Are two sides of the same coin, ain't we, babe?
Okay, we're done.
Wait till I get that guitar full. It's gonna sound better.
That's for the next one, man.
All right, dude.
This is called the tease.
Fuck.
Oh, by the way, if you guys tune in next episode, Eric will have a guitar.
I'll stroke the strings for you.
I'll stroke them all night long.
I'm gonna play my 6 strings for you.
This is for you, Diane. Daddy Diana.
There seems to be some kind of society forming in North County, San Diego, called the 6 String Society. That's a little shout out, but you know what? We're gonna do the 6 String Cartel. What's cracking, baby? Get some.
Are we doing 6 strings or are we doing Sublime songs?
We do it. Oh, we got this. Yeah, we're just bring it on. Share, like, post, tell your friends. It's all coming together.
Call your mama, call your sister. Let them know the podcast is on.
Your mom's in them.
Call your daddy. Call your goldfish if he talks.
But don't call me a goldfish. Well, I don't know. I'm not your daddy. You know what, though? 3 seconds later.
Dad?
Where are we going?
Wait.
What
Dad?
For? Who?
Oh.
Dory? Throw some Ellen. Let's just drop some bombs, dude. Let's throw some Ellen DeGeneres out there, bro.
Oh, my God.
When I was a kid,
Ellen. I love her.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, when I was a kid, I was like, whoa, I didn't understand the concept. I'm like, okay, well, Ellen is the funniest, most beautiful woman on television. And you mean to tell me that
he's got a crush on
she
a lesbian.
doesn't enjoy the company of men? I was very confused and I was saddened by it, in fact, because I didn't understand. I'm like,
you got a problem with the lady who jams out with her clams out?
Oh, I will be generous.
Okay. You can hang out with your wang out. She's going to jam out with her clam out.
She can degenerous, but I will give her the generous D.
I feel like I see what you did there.
Dude, she's fucking beautiful, bro. Little piece of work, dude. She's like a
what?
A fraction. She's like her own little entity of. It's like when they thought Pluto wasn't a planet. They're like, just kidding. Well, she's not Oprah, but she's working on it. You know what I mean? Fuck it, I'll take Oprah over her any day. But
well, Stedman's got that unlocked, so you're gonna have to handle that.
Oprah, I'm available.
We love you.
I could
use a new car.
If I die tomorrow,
you know what, Oprah? I don't even need a car.
Why.
You could just give me a motorcycle. And I'd call it even just like a used motorcycle.
Yeah, you know,
I don't even need a new one.
Nothing
just a
special,
used one.
Just a used
motorcycle.
Completely refurbished.
You probably have your lunch probably costs
Indian
more than the motorcycle that I want. Like $2,000. Just Slide it in.
You know?
Don't call it anything. Just be like, hey, I got you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We're done.
Pick it up, put
And
it
I'd be
back
like,
down.
bet, fam.
Pick it up, put it back down.
Oh,
Pick it up, put it back down.
Stedman doesn't even know how I like it. Jesus Christ, where's
Look
this
into
going?
the screen, right? You just tell everybody what to do.
Bucka, wow, wow.
And look away. Look away. Now look into the screen.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Oh, we got some more questions over there.
Let's see. Moving titles, replace one word in the title with the word vagina. So, like Forrest Gump, Forrest Vagina, or Vagina Gump. Fear and Loathing in Vaginas.
Taurus, vagina. Taurus hump. Tortoise hump.
Vagina Thunder.
Vagina thunder. We have to put vagina in the name.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to replace one word of the movie with the word vagina.
Okay. There's an old animated movie with dinosaurs called We're Back.
We're vaginas?
Yeah, we're vagina.
Vagina back?
We're vagina. Vagina back actually sounds a little better.
Sounds like a Justin Timberlake song.
I'm feeling good about it. Vagina back mountain.
Brokeback Vagina?
Brokeback vagina. Yeah, I mean, I really like where we're going with this. Like
Schindler's Vagina?
Yeah, Schindler's Vagina. We could probably come up with quite a few of these.
Pulp Vagina?
Pulp Vagina.
Vagina Fiction?
Vagina Fiction.
From Dusk Till Vagina?
Gone with the Vagina.
Gone with the Vagina.
You know? Really, though. It's like the story that she told about how her sister fucked a guy and took him.
Gone with fucking Nazis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Don't be a menace while drinking your vagina in the hood.
In South Central. Don't be a menace while drinking your vagina in South Central. What does it say? What is that name of that?
Don't be a menace in South Central while drinking your vagina in the hood.
Oh, shit.
Nailed it.
All right. Now, the Wayans brothers have to hit us up because I'm going to do a little shout out because you my boys.
Sean, Marlon, Keenan, Ivory.
The Big Willie style. I'm going to throw Big Willie out there, too. Little Big Will. Yeah, I could imagine us all sitting down and having a nice little time together.
Hey guys, we got a really cool studio with like Pabst Blue Ribbon signs and stuff. Like, you should come check it out.
Yeah, dude. But we're not like we're white, but we're not like scary white.
We're not like that white.
Don't
worry about that target right there. You don't need to worry about that.
It's like we don't fight for our white to bite to party.
But we do fight for our right.
But we don't fight for our white to bite to party.
We don't fight for the white right to party. That sounds racist.
We don't fight for our white to bite to party, bro.
Oh my god.
No sleep till Brooktown, dog.
Okay. As long as we're intergalactic.
Beastie Vagina. That's the new band. We're gonna switch from movies to band names.
Blink 180 Vaginas.
I love it. That's got a nice ring to it.
Simple Vagina.
Simple Vagina. Fleetwood Vagina instead of Mac, dude.
The clearly, Vagina.
Yeah. The Vagina. Yeah. Instead of the Beatles, like clearly.
Or the Doors.
The Rolling Vagina.
Childish Vagina. Vagina Gambino.
Dude, you're onto something here.
Oh my god. I think we done did it.
Dude, that's it, bro. Oh my god.
I think that's
the end. Like Vagina the Creator, you know, like
Tech Vagina.
Yeah, rap names, dude. That's where it's at.
Dr. Vagina.
Dr. Vagina, bro. Snoop Vagina. It's going down, dude.
Vagina Z.
Yeah. Snoop Vajay. Snoop Vajay. I mean, let's face it. A lot of these guys.
Llama Vagina.
They don't even know. Yeah, I mean, the names that they come up with, we should just slap vagina on them. They'd probably be straight.
Lil Vagina.
Lil Vagina, dude.
Oh my god. How long have we been doing this for? This is this improv cast. All right. We only got to do it for 10 more minutes.
Vagina air. I don't know, dude. Vagina.
Vagina.
Clitoris. The clit
Vagina.
commando.
To speak Australian.
Dude, I don't know.
Vagina.
I've heard some things, and it's like people are talking about. I don't know what other guys are doing out there, but I have a diet, okay, and vagina's on it, and I consume it regularly, and that's my thing. But they're even saying that could fucking prevent cancer now. I'm like, damn, all these fools are dying of cancer.
Well, when somebody calls you a pussy, when somebody calls you a pussy, you know what you say, right?
Well, if I was what I ate,
I am what I ate.
Yeah, man. And then they call me a dick, and I'm like, you got it all wrong. See, I'm a pussy and a little bit of an asshole because
pussies fuck dicks, fuck pussies.
They're
but
just
dicks also
sometimes, bro.
Assholes.
Once you get down there and you just
your tongue slips. It happens. We've all been there.
It's just desirable. Sometimes it's just fucking undesirable for sure. Like, let's face it, it's disgusting. Undesirable. Absolutely just repulsive. But we're talking like those times, and you're going and you're like, look into your big brown eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when that's you talking about Sweat? You're talking about the song Sweat by fucking Inner Circle. That song is 100% about fucking. Girl, I want to make you sweat. Sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm going to push it some more. Yeah. Girl, I want to make you sweat.
Look into your big brown eye.
Looking into your big brown eye.
Make you sweat till you can't sweat no more.
Fun fact about that song.
My buddy performs that song.
When I used to be a server,
I'm thinking sodomy. I'm like,
when I used to be a server at Buffalo Wild Wings, every day when I would get off work, I played that song.
That's a great song.
To the point that somebody must have complained because they took it off the fucking jukebox.
Right?
Fuck you, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah. Buffalo Fluffy Wings.
Yeah. Buffalo Mild Wings.
Child Wings.
Burn.
Nile Wings. You running north? What's up?
Okay, you killed it.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, that was.
It got weird.
It's only weird if you make it weird, bro.
Shit just got weird, dude. I'm basking in my own glory, dude. Like, I just let loose like a sneaky one, and your dog left me, bro. Like, your dog's way over there now. Girl, I'm gonna make you sweat.
Like, I'm about to start sweating after I fucking heard that shit. Jesus Christ.
And when you cry, I'm gonna fucking fluff right in your face. Just a nice heat seeker, dude. Just a hot breath, bro. Laser beam. Just fucking laser banner. Just fucking release the hands. And then fucking hot breath, dude. Hot breath, bro. Annihilation. Fuck a crop dust, dude. I'm gonna nuke these motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Can't wait. Can't fucking
yeah, man. I look forward though to this music introduction and what we're doing here.
I don't even know what the fuck we're doing here, man.
Well, we're just basically having a good time.
Yeah. This was just Paul.
This is what we do anyway. Yeah, like, so here we are. There you are. Listen, observe.
Oh, I gotta do one more shout out. Shout out to my daughter today.
Boom, Bert's.
Age number deuce. If you asked her how old she was, she'll show you 5 fingers and go 2. I'm like, all right, well, at least you said it. So
damn right.
We're halfway there.
Damn right.
Shout out to AJ. Love you.
AJ, big deuces.
The single deuce.
Did she give you a couple deuces today to swap out?
Not today, but yesterday. Oh my God.
Bomber.
Within like 5 minutes of each other. It was like change. It was like blowout. Change diaper. What's that smell? Fucking blowout. I was like, what did you eat, little one?
Yeah, you named her AJ. You didn't know you fucking gave birth to a blues angel, huh? You just fucking dropping bombs. How many
throwing off that afterburner like it's little nothing.
Corkscrew out.
Gross.
Yeah, as a father of 3 daughters, man, it gets rough, man. There's some stinky divers in there.
I'm so fucking excited. Fuck! Who's saying anything now?
Oh, we got to get to this too, ladies and gentlemen. I just had this cleaned up. I had a wild. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Borat, but close friend of mine from Kazakhstan gave me a sweet haircut, and I couldn't rock it. I was looking straight up like Borat.
Shout out to the barber who gave the haircut.
And then
I liked it.
My homie right here, I'm digging it, and I'm rocking it, and we're working with it. But the homeboy right here has a dedicated gal who said, I'm gonna clean that up. And she cleaned it up today, and I'm like, you know what? I might be rushing.
Nah, you're
not.
rushing into shit
Probably
if you think
not.
you're rushing.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking rushing into the ground.
All right, we did this for an hour. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I'll wrap. You want to wrap?
No, wrap it up.
Okay. What are we rapping about?
Oh, Jesus
I'm just
Christ.
kidding. Yeah, we can wrap this up. Let's take a big fat bong load, blow it at him.
We're going to do that. All right. That's how we end the episode with two fat
I'd
bong
appreciate
loads.
it if you guys do the same goddamn thing.
If you're there listening, why don't you just go ahead and grab your bong, bring it real close to you, and tell them how you feel. Or her. Say, baby, I want to smoke you. I want to be with you. I want you inside of me and not in a sexual way, but in a sexual way.
And then pop on some Cypress
All I want to
Hill.
know is if you want to do it with me.
And get her done.
God, that sounded so fucking awkward. How many people just decided, like, yeah, we're not going to listen anymore. We're done here. We're done.
Well, here we are. This is it.
This was what do we call it? An improv cast?
This is an improv cast. I'd like to see the lacrosse cast.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that. You know, it's a work in progress. Don't forget, Rome was not built in a day.
Oh, I know, dude. One time, we were partying at the homeboy spot, and the manager of the apartment
Shout out to the homeboy.
Yeah, homeboy. Fucking, you know who you are. There's actually a bunch of people who, if they heard this, they'd fucking remember this story. But I'm not going to say names because fuck y'all, Nuggles.
Fuck y'all.
And so we're chilling, and it's like, this fool hadn't even paid rent for a month or two, dude. And like, there's holes in the walls. It's crazy, bro. And like, we all pretty much went there just to party for last party ever at the apartment.
Good old eviction party.
Oh God. And early morning, fucking walk out on the balcony and puke, and directly below where the puke lands is, let me see that lighter, is the manager's door. And she, everyone goes, everyone's just sleeping rest. The fucking windows are open. The door's open. It's hot. We're all steamy. You know what I mean? Laying on the ground. We're all fucking worked up from the night before, trying to get some rest. She comes out and starts screaming, someone's going to have to come clean this up. Someone needs to come down here and clean this up immediately. And no one said anything. It was dead silent. Everyone kind of looked at each other. And I was like, listen, lady, Rome wasn't built in a day. And everybody for the fucking years after was like, yo, remember that time? And I'm like, yeah, dude. And I mean, we poured water on it. We cleaned it up, but it was all timing, dude. It was just timing. Maybe we were hungover. Maybe we were faded. Maybe we were assholes. I don't know. It was hilarious.
It was like that, and I'm gonna end it with this. That sounds like my old apartment, man. So
was that at your apartment?
Was it on the corner of Goshen and Loretta?
I think we were at your apartment.
Probably not. But this reminds me, back in the day, this was the first apartment I ever lived in. This was like in 2008, 2009, maybe. It was a 3-bed, 2-bath, just sweet little apartment. And we used to have these parties. Like, we would have parties where we'd have like 50, 60 people in this like apartment. And we used to just throw down to the point where it was like we would just get so fucked up. So we're literally like getting ready to move out. Like this is the last fucking party we're gonna have. Like it's literally like, all right, it's the blowout. We told everybody in our apartment. We told everybody in every other apartment right around of us. I shit you not. 300 people showed up to our party.
Fuck yeah.
To the point where there were probably 90 people inside and 200 people in the street, down the street,
trying to get
around the street. They couldn't get it because literally, like, people were just sitting there with drinks in their hands on the stairs.
That knows somebody that knows
like,
somebody.
I was like, if you can get inside, go ahead. But there's like, we're at capacity.
It's fucking string theory at this
point.
So
at this point, like, we're getting close to like 3 a.m. I'm like, yo, this is getting a little fucking out of hand. Nobody's leaving.
Cops show up. Sober Juan Kenobi comes down.
Fuck that. No, cops show up. No sober Juan Kenobi. My bitch ass, I fucking walk right up to him and go, get him out.
Yeah.
Now. All of them.
Clear.
I'm done.
You're good.
I'm so drunk. Get him out. So the cops, like 3 cops show up. And like 3 more show. So it's like 6 cops there. And the cop comes up to me and goes, I've been doing this beat for 15 years. I've never seen so many people at a party. He was like, you took over the block. There were people all the way down at the light saying they were coming to your house. And we had to tell them that the party was over.
That's what's up, man. Let's throw some more of those parties.
Dude, insanity. There 300 people in a 3-bedroom. There was, I mean, it was just, it was like, if anybody said, let's burn this motherfucker down.
Oh, the whole night they're playing, girl, I want to make you sweat.
Yeah,
sweat
right.
Until you can't sweat no more.
Best.
And when you cry, I'm gonna push it some more.
So we used to have a lot of parties. We used to have a lot of parties there. A lot of shit used to get stolen from our parties. The night with 300 fucking people in our house.
Nothing.
And with that, we're gonna end it.
All right, let's go ahead and end it. I'm gonna call you out on a freestyle session the next time.
Oh no, yeah, next time. So guys, this was just the intro. This was an improv cast. Next podcast we're gonna do, it's gonna be more music based. We're gonna talk about music. We're gonna have some freestyling going. We're gonna have Eric's gonna bring his guitar. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be fun. I was actually supposed to do that with him earlier today, but like I said, shout out to my baby girl. It was her birthday, and I'm not leaving her birthday party early. So we'll definitely get that set up and good to go.
Hey, dude, no qualms with that, brother. I got 3 daughters myself, and that's what it's all about, man.
That's what you got to do, man.
You just get lost in it. You become a child again, man.
Oh, so much fun. I was so jealous.
You want to bring them the joy your parents brought you. That's it.
I was just jealous of all the goddamn presents you got. But on that note, I'd like to thank everybody who was listening. This was another episode of the Nick Haeling podcast. I am Nick Haeling, and have yourselves a good night.
Peace out, baby.
Dude, another fucking one of the books. Good shit, dude.
We'll be back.
Bye.
I think that's what it's about. Me and my homie Andy sit in his garage.